We are Mike and Taylor, and these are our dogs, Penny and Lucy. 4 years ago, we sold our home and everything we owned, moved onto a 40-foot boat, and sailed from Seattle. This is the story of us making our way.
Welcome back, friends. We're here in the Bahamas, making our way north for the season, and we have been absolutely blown away by the Exumas. The water, the beaches, the champagne sailing, the wildlife, the anchorages, and of course, the 50 shades of blue. We're not the only ones who have been loving it here. The girls are in heaven on these white, sandy beaches.
Just taking the dogs to a couple beaches. We decided to check out this little one. God, the sand here is like, it's just the cleanest seafloor I've ever seen. Look at this. And it's just kind of like that. This whole Anchorage is just like pristine sand. It's amazing. And these guys.
Okay, so apparently there is a very cool river here that you can take your dinghy up and like float down, and we're gonna go check it out. It's super low tide right now, but the cruising guide says you can even do it at low tide, so we're gonna give it a go. And I have no idea what to expect. It's like kind of like a lazy river float, but in the middle of a Bahamian island, and we're already in about 1 foot of water. Looks like it gets deeper after the...
Yeah.
But we might need to walk this into the river. Yeah.
Within about 20 minutes.
We ran aground. We gotta walk it across. We're at like extreme dead low tide right now because I had a work call, so we couldn't go any earlier, and we're leaving tomorrow, so this is our only chance to do it. So this water, however, is extremely warm.
What we didn't know is that this river system is actually a nursery for baby sharks and turtles.
Oh my God, you're a baby! Another turtle ahead. Oh my gosh, look. Turtle. Turtle. Turtle? What? Oh, you're huge. Oh my gosh, we didn't bring our little case. We can't put our camera underwater. Another turtle! Holy shit! Oh my God, that's like 12 turtles we see. turtles. Oh my gosh, this is where all the turtles hang out, you guys. Who knew? And there's a bunch of different species. Turtle, turtle.
This river tour was already well worth the price of admission, but we weren't ready for what was waiting for us around the last corner.
Oh my God, guys. So we just went all the way through this little island to the mouth of that river, which is the ocean, and I was not expecting it to be this beautiful. The color of this. I don't even think the GoPro really gets it, honestly. It is so spectacular. And the sand here is like so fine that it's almost liquid. Like you just sink in 2 feet deep in places. And it's warm. It's actually warm water. For the first time in the Bahamas. What do you think, Miguelito? Good. Pretty good. Wow. I wasn't really expecting the water to be this color out here. I thought it'd be like rockier and darker, but this is like just unbelievable. Do you feel how soft the sand is?
Unbelievable. Oh my God, you sink it.
I know, it's really stinky.
Cleanest sand.
And I don't know what's cooler about this. The beauty of that beach that we just saw, or how this river seems to be like a turtle and shark like nursery. Like it's all baby turtles and like dozens of them. I mean, we must have seen 30 at least already. And we saw a tiny baby shark, like baby shark. Turtles are everywhere. It's so cool. You're just a little baby. Shark! Baby shark! Oh! We out here. Today we are leaving the Exumas and we are making a jump to Eleuthera just for a night or two. We're kind of going up the back side of Eleuthera. We're not really gonna explore it. We don't have the time, unfortunately. But yeah, so today's, I don't know, like 65 miles. It's about 10 hours or so. And it's gonna be a lot of like bank sailing or motoring because it's not very windy today. But you want really calm, flat conditions for this because you've got to do a lot of visual navigation because there's a lot of coral heads. There's like a whole coral head like field that we're going to be crossing through in maybe like an hour. It's a big one, so yeah, you really want like good light, flat seas so that you can see where you are and what you're doing. But yeah, so we got a long day, full day here of making a jump. And I'm a little sad to leave the Exumas because they are absolutely spectacular and I feel like we've spent 5 minutes there and barely got to even really soak them up, but from what we did see, it was just amazing. The Bahamas are blowing my mind, you guys. So cool.
Water depth here never gets more than about 15 or 20 feet across the whole bank. Avoiding these bommies, as they're called, is critical and mostly needs to be done by keeping a close eye on the water and looking for slight variations in color.
Okay, so we're approaching the area with a super dense, like a crazy amount of coral heads. I'm gonna post up here on the bowsprit the walkie-talkie and talk to Mike, who's super zoomed in on a pretty good satellite image, and we're going to try to not hit anything. Right there. I can see the bottom in 78 feet, y'all. What? I can't see detail, obviously, but I can see patches of light and dark. What are we in now? 80? Yep. Still can see it? Penny, what are you doing? Wow. Water here is crazy. Okay, so we just crossed a little bit of deep water there, like the deepest water we've seen in weeks. And we are approaching another bank here to do more coral head dodging on our way into our anchorage.
One of my favorite parts of the Bahamas is how you can spot a bank just by the color of the clouds. If you look closely here, you'll see that half of the clouds on the left are dark blue and the half on the right are turquoise, telling us where the seafloor drops off or shallows up and another bank is around the corner.
Oh my gosh, we made it. Like 10 hours later, anchor's down. Feels like the longest day ever. Just because it was like so much visual navigation. I'm just like, my eyes actually hurt from like staring at the water and trying to find these slight shifts and shades. Anyway, here we are anchored in 7 feet and our depth alarm keeps going off, but we made it. Yeah. Now it's time for everybody to eat some food. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Jumping to the Abacos today. This is a mostly open water, deep water passage. Should be there in about 7 hours. Mike's putting a line in for the first time since
our trip to San Blas from Monkey Bay.
It's been a while.
As the morning went on, the wind filled in, and we crossed the deep water between the Eleuthera chain and the Abacos, working each day to try to eat some more miles north, even though in truth we were growing pretty tired of the long back-to-back days of moving.
Oh man, for some reason today's jump felt like a million years long. Probably because we had current against us and that just always like, we just go slow and it drags, but we have made it to the Abacos, which is the northernmost island chain in the Bahamas, and we are officially further north than Miami now, which is nuts. And we've really entered like the home stretch of our time here in the Bahamas, which is crazy. So anyway, we are totally exhausted from a lot of moving. We're gonna move again tomorrow because we got some wind coming in, but right now just this.
Well, the weather here in the Bahamas has totally changed in the last few days, and I don't really know exactly what to credit it to, but we had raging thunderstorms the last couple days, which we haven't seen in a long time, and it is now hot and humid. I feel like I look like I'm on a soap opera right now because the lens is all foggy, like there's just so much moisture in the air. So today we're picking up anchor and we're continuing to move north in the Abacos. So most of the Abacos are kind of protected by, there's like a big island and then there's sort of like a string of small islands, and you can kind of, anchor and bop between both the main island and the small ones, but you're really protected from the main swell either way, so it's really nice. But there is a section that requires you go out into open ocean and go back in because it's just super, super shallow. And this section is known as Whale Cut, and it is notorious. It has quite a reputation, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. I think we're going to be totally fine. The conditions today are beyond mild. We've had we've had westerlies for the last few days, so there really shouldn't be any swell out there. But yeah, this pass can get super, super gnarly. In fact, a boat pitch-poled or breached or something there trying to get in just a few months ago and sank, and apparently you can see the top of their mast in the cut somewhere. So never like going through these cuts and these passes to begin with, just because they're like so narrow and there's like so much current that's moving through them, and they're just kind of like, they're usually pretty shallow and there's just a lot going on anyway. But this one is like a really dreaded one and quite notorious. So we'll see how it is. I think it'll be totally fine, but that's what's on the docket today. And then yeah, hopefully we'll find ourselves a nice little anchorage and be able to enjoy some of this hot, humid weather.
Little did we know that our problems would start way before we reached the whale.
Well, we're making an emergency pit stop. Because of all the rain yesterday and the day before, we haven't gotten a lot of... What?
Call Get the radar. See Shandy on 16. Over.
We haven't been getting a lot of solar. Mike ran the engine a little bit yesterday, tried to give us some charge, and we went up. But then this morning we woke up to a low voltage alarm, and we've just been pulling out of this Anchorage for the last like 20 minutes. And all of a sudden Mike realized that our batteries are not charging with the engine on, so we're doing like we're dropping the anchor right now in the middle of this bay. Like, it's not, because we got low battery and all of our equipment will die if we can't figure this out, so.
Okay, something's going on. And the alternator's not putting out anything, and I glanced in here and saw a spark.
Okay.
So I think we got something going on with the alternator. It's convenient that we can just drop anchor wherever here.
I guess. It's kind of scary though.
This fuse is blown. This came off the back of the alternator. So maybe the fuse just went bad, or you know, we got some issue that caused that to blow. So I found the blown fuse just on the back of the alternator, but I can't find anything obvious otherwise. Like, I've traced as many of the ground wires as I can, like everything going on the negative distribution bus. We're gonna start it up, give it a try, see what happens. So alright, so we're back underway here. We just pulled up anchor. I think, this is what I think happened. We had, last couple days have been cloudy, and so we haven't been putting in much power. So I think what happened was our batteries got low. This morning we were getting low voltage alarms. Taylor was pulling up anchor out of the harbor here. I think our voltage dropped too low. Like, the windlass draws like a lot. It draws like 100 plus amps at 12 volts. And I think, you know, the batteries being really low, even though the engine was running and I had some revs on it, I think it just pulled the voltage down. I think because the voltage got so low, it caused the amperage to go up to compensate, and that probably is what blew the fuse. So that's my best guess. We're good now. Putting charge in. We're underway. We're able to get anchor up. So, fingers crossed, we'll keep an eye on things.
We are approaching this channel for the cut here. There used to be like a big channel here with big markers, and Hurricane Dorian destroyed the Abacos, so there's a lot of damage here in a lot of places. But one of the things they took out is these pilings, and apparently a lot of them are cut off right the surface level of the water, and can be kind of a hazard. So anyway, I'm up here watching. Oh, dolphins! I'm up here on watch. And we're about to enter the whale.
We made it through Whale Cut without hitting ground, a piling, or a sunken sailboat. But just on the other side of it, something else went wrong.
What was in there? Water maker is on. Paper towel or something had blown into the sink, so the drain was blocked, and the brine discharge for the water drains into the sink, and so it apparently was overflowing.
thought it was just about to overflow for the first time, but by the time I got down there, it had like spilled over.
Even though the views and beaches were beautiful, long back-to-back days of moving, sparking engines, flooding fridges, and lots of squalls made for a pretty wiped out crew.
We finally dropped the anchor and assessing the damage in the fridge here with the water maker overflow. You know, we have this sort of like false floor in our refrigerator that opens up to more space and a freezer down below, and I took the floor out and the floor was totally full, flooded with water. Like at least a foot of water is in there, like gallons and gallons and gallons. And it's all salt water.
Extra salty water.
It's like the saltiest water. It's salt water, seawater that's been stripped of its fresh water. What a day. We all needed to get off the boat. It's one of those days. I just cleaned out the refrigerator, like bailed it out, rinsed everything, cleaned it. It took about 2.5 hours. And so we all came to the beach to shake it off. It's definitely like days like these that I'm feeling very ready to not live on a boat and have a little break. But first we got to get this boat up to the vessel. And to do that, we have to first wait for these weird weather systems to clear out so that we can go north.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to join us next time as we say goodbye to the beautiful Bahamas.
You know how much it costs to buy sand like this in America?
Why would you buy sand like this?
For like your garden or to make those like little Japanese like Zen gardens and stuff.
How much does it cost?
You know, a few bucks, but
So you don't know.
I don't know. I've never bought it.
Okay.
Too expensive,
Good
probably.
story, Mike. And there's a bunch of different species.